So dear students, today we are going to do an experiment using IC555. The experiment is to obtain frequency modulated waveform using IC555. And what we require is IC, resistors, capacitors, breadboard and the connection wires. Next, to apply signal we use a signal generator. We are using supply source of 12 volt. Then to display the waveform we have the digital storage oscilloscope. So students, let us familiarize with the IC555. It looks like this. It has got 8 pins, dual in package. Pin 1 is ground, pin 2 is trigger, pin 3 output, pin 4 reset, pin 5 control voltage, pin 6 threshold, pin 7 discharge and pin 8 VCC. The circuit diagram is shown here. It works in the stable mode. In order to get a square wave output, we are introducing a diode across resistance R2. We get the square wave output at pin number 3. So what we are going to do is to modulate this carrier wave by applying a sine wave at pin number 5 as input. The circuit design is like this. We are choosing supply voltage 12 volt, then we are choosing a carrier frequency of 10 kilohertz, and the controlling equation is frequency equal to 0.72 divided by RC. Now let us choose C1 equal to C as 0.01 microfarad. And the resistance required can be calculated 0.72 divided by 10 into 10 raised to 3 into 0.01 into 10 raised to minus 6, and when you calculate we will be getting 7.2 kilo ohms, and let us choose a value near to that, that is 6.8 kilo ohm. And we are in this circuit at pin number 3 without any signal. We will be getting a carrier output as shown in the diagram. It will be a high frequency wave compared to the signal, and we are applying a low frequency message signal, and we are trying to modulate the carrier wave by applying the signal to pin number 5, and what we get at the output 3 will be a modulated frequency modulated carrier wave. So the connections are made as per the diagram on a breadboard using required components. We have got the IC at the center here, and the various resistors used, for example 6.8 kilo ohm. They are shown here, 6.8. Then we have got the diode across 6.8. This is the diode. Then capacitor C1 is shown here. Its value is 0.01 microfarad. Then the output is taken across a coupling capacitor C2. We have used an electrolytic capacitor, and its value is 10 microfarad. So output is taken, input is given at pin number 5 through the capacitor, and the output is taken across the pin number 3. To obtain a frequency modulated carrier wave, first we generate a carrier wave, then it is allowed to modulate in accordance with the amplitude of the message signal. So what finally we will be getting frequency modulated carrier wave. The IC555 working in a stable mode generates at pin number 3 a carrier wave which is displayed in the DSO. No signal is supplied. Now let us apply the signal and see what changes are going to happen. So here we have applied a signal of 0.5 kilohertz, 500 hertz. So friends, here we see the display on DSO. You can see the signal wave, and the carrier wave is modulated by the signal wave. And where it is maximum, you can see that the waveforms are closer together, and where the voltage is minimum, they are spread out. So the result is that the carrier wave got frequency modulated in accordance with the amplitude of the message signal. So students, today we have understood how frequency modulation can be achieved using IC 555, and we have noticed on DSO how the frequencies are getting modified according to the amplitude of the message signal, and we have plotted the waveform, the final amplitude modulated waveform. There are other applications for IC 555, and we shall be learning how to achieve pulse width modulation using IC 555 in the coming lab session. Thank you.